news from the last 3-4 days. Now we'll see top news. Today is December 1st. Today is World AIDS Day. This day marks to bring awareness with respect to HIV, and also various governments across the world conduct various programs to bring awareness and also with respect to treatment, prevention and other things. So December 1st is AIDS Day. Next important news, Cyclone Ditwa weakens. As you all know, in Bay of Bengal, Cyclone Ditwa have formed and it flooded Sri Lanka, then it entered into Tamil Nadu, and almost 334 people died in Sri Lanka and more than 300 people missing in Sri Lanka. India also launched Operation Sagar Bandhu with respect to supporting humanitarian assistance and disaster relief to Sri Lanka. And India have sent immediate relief material through air and sea to the Sri Lanka. Cyclone Ditwa began to weaken even as it continued its slow northward movement over the Bay of Bengal, parallel to the coast of northern Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. Torrential rain led to 3 deaths, with 2 persons killed by collapsing walls in Tanjavur, Thoothukudi districts in Tamil Nadu. Over 2,300 people were in relief camps in Tamil Nadu and it got weakened, and there is no much incidents in Andhra Pradesh. Coming back to the important news, as you all know, the Election Commission is carrying forward special intensive revision amid widespread reports of booth level officers facing several stress. The Election Commission extended the schedule of ongoing special intensive revision of electoral rolls in 9 states and 3 UTs by a week. The enumeration phase will now continue till December 11th instead of December 4th. Actually, they have targeted it to end by December 4th. Now they have extended it for a week as booth level officers showed their stress in work. And the other important news that is coming up, Netanyahu, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, asked the country's president Isaac Herzog to grant him a pardon from corruption charges, seeking to end a long-running trial that has bitterly divided the nation. Mr. Netanyahu, who has been at war against the country's legal system over the charges, said the request would help unify the country at a time of momentous changes. But it immediately triggered denouncements from his opponents, who said it would weaken Israel's democratic institutions and send a dangerous message that he is above the rule of law. The Prime Minister's office said that Mr. Netanyahu has submitted a request for a pardon to the legal department of the Office of President. The President Office called it as an extraordinary request, carrying with the significant implications. Mr. Netanyahu, the sitting Prime Minister in Israel, he is one of the longest serving Prime Ministers also in Israel. After being charged with fraud, breach of trust, and accepting bribes in 3 different cases, he has not yet been convicted, but he is undergoing a lot of trial by media, police, and judiciary. So now he requested for pardon. Benjamin Netanyahu. So this is the important news that is coming up. Next important news is Vladimir Putin, Russian president, is coming to India for 23rd India-Russia Annual Summit. After December 2021, Putin in person is coming to India. Even during G20 summit, which was held at India in 2023, Putin did not attend personally. Now, Putin is coming to India, and most probably India and Russia will discuss various issues, including India and Russia trade partnership, India's trade deficit with Russia, and oil imports from Russia, and Ukraine war, and most probably Donald Trump tariffs and other things might be the agenda in India-Russia summit. And Putin is coming for a 2-day visit to India on December 4th and December 5th. It's a big news that is coming up. And India is also planning to purchase missiles for S-400 air defense system from Russia. Next important news, Andaman to get India's first coral reef research center. The government will soon set up the National Coral Reef Research Institute in Andaman Nicobar Islands. National Coral Reef Research Institute, which will be set up at rupees 120 crores, will function as the nodal and monitoring agency for coral reef research across India. The Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change will set up the first of its kind Coral Reef Center at Chidiyatapu in South Andaman. It will be an advanced coral reef research, conservation and management center. It's very important. India is going to set up an advanced coral reef research center at Andaman Nicobar. Assam passes landmark bill granting land rights to 3 lakh tea garden workers. The Assam Assembly passed a landmark bill aimed at granting land rights to tea garden workers, despite opposition MLAs raising concerns on the details of the legislation. The Assam Fixation of Ceiling of Land Holding Amendment Bill 2025 has been passed, paving the way for thousands of tea garden workers residing in the labor lines to receive land pattas and ownership rights. It's a big news for the people in Assam, particularly tea workers in Assam, to get land ownership rights. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed 128th edition of monthly radio program Mann Ki Baat on November 30th, that is Sunday. He highlighted several significant developments and achievements in the country in the month of November. And particularly, he spoke about various important celebrations like 150th anniversary of Vande Mataram. He also spoke about hoisting the Dharma flag at Ram Temple in Ayodhya and inaugurating Panchajanya Memorial at Jyotisar in Kurukshetra. So, Modi ji also cited the example of inaugurating the world's largest LEAP engine MRO facility in Hyderabad and induction of INS Mahe into the Indian Navy. PM also described the inauguration of Skyroot Aerospace Infinity Campus as an important step for India's private space sector. In the agriculture sector, PM also spoke about India's food grain production is at record high. Food grain production is of right now 357 million tons, which is 100 million tons more than previous decade. At the Games, he also mentioned that India has been selected to host the Commonwealth Games at Ahmedabad in the year 2036. And coming to the other important news, India Q2, India's quarter 2 GDP highlights. India's GDP grew 8.2% year on year in July to September, beating expectations. So, our GDP growth is 8.2%. India's economic growth jumps to 6-quarter high of 8.2%. It's very big news. And the 8.2% GDP growth in quarter 2 of 2025-2026 is very encouraging. It reflects the impact of our pro-growth policies and reforms. It also reflects the hard work and enterprise of our people, said by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi.